Hello, all my little roaches. Come see me live. I'm going to be at the DC Improv September 30th. It was just announced. Also, Thanksgiving weekend, I'm coming home to Buffalo, New York, Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right after Thanksgiving, 5 shows. So please to be buying tickets to all of those. You can go to my Twitter at @J_Potter and find the links, or you can go to my Instagram, which is at Josh_Potter. And you can also go to twitch.tv/Josh_Potter and can play some Wheel of Baseball, play a lot of fake sports on there. So come hang out at some point at a live show on the Twitch stream, or you can just continue to watch this guy right here. Click the subscribe button, click the bell. Now let's get into the show.
The inner city blacks.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of the Josh Potter Show, folks. It's Tuesday, we're here, and we have a very special guest with us today. It's the one, the only, the hilarious Adam Ray. How are you, buddy?
Good to see you, Josh.
We had so much fun on your podcast.
We had a blast.
Why not come on mine and do it all again, baby?
Return the favor.
You didn't make it explode.
Do you blow it up?
Sometimes, if I'm feeling it.
Okay, follow-up question.
Yes.
When do you do the sound effect like you just did?
Right now. I mean, I was feeling it so much that I had to do both.
My nieces, who are, what if I was just like, little sluts? No, they're about to be 12, and by the way, I said that right after they're little sluts, as if like they're about to be 12, so hey, get ready. No, no, they are, they blow it up always after they do the bomb.
Nice.
Actually, one of them does this thing. She goes, so hit your pound it. And then she goes, la 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 la, and I think
that's fun.
It's from a
Mario.
Is it?
Well, like, you know when he jumps into it like grows?
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
I think but they said it's from, I think, I almost said Impossible Burger, Despicable Me. You know you're smoking too much pot. I know this sounds like a Foxworthy bit, but when you think of the movie, I knew the movie Despicable Me,
right? But
the phrase that my brain created for me to see and say was Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger.
Does that mean I'm slowly dying?
I don't know, man. I last week I had a moment like Boogie Nights on the show where I was like, "You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot," because I said that Ben Zobrist was a pitcher for 10 minutes.
Ben Zobrist, that's a classic baseball name.
Ben Zobrist. Now we're gonna get into baseball names
for sure. I don't
want to hold on to
jump
it.
The shark.
First, I want you to plug everything that you have coming up here.
Great,
right off the top.
Has anyone ever done that?
You got to do the explosion after that.
You have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. My podcast about last night. Tour dates, AdamRayComedy.com. I got a bunch coming up. I'll be in Seattle, San Diego, Chicago. What else coming up? A little bit of Minnesota, a little Boston. On Wednesday, August 4th at Laugh Boston. Crossing Swords is a cartoon I'm on Hulu that's coming out, I think, in November. Season 1's already out. It's, Tony Hale, Seth Green. The Robot Chicken guys made this filthy stop-motion medieval time show. And then Season 2 of Young Rock, I guess that's not out yet. It'll be out in February, I guess. But I guess stand-up in the podcast is what we should focus on. And then my album, Read the Room. And there's a new crowd work album I dropped during the pandemic, all from Vegas, that's called I'll Take It From Here.
Hell yeah.
And Instagram, Adam Ray Comedy.
That's what's up, dude.
Pin number 6969. I wish, dude. Someone's got that, though.
Your pin number? Oh, 6969.
The 6969.
You can pick your pin number in mine, and I did do 6969 at one point.
Did you
For
really?
sure, 100%.
Who was the first guy that...
Who figured out 69 was a thing?
Yes. And then, who's the first one that made the, yeah. Because only twice I've heard someone... do that to it. One was in line at a Coffee Bean, and the gal goes, it was 2 bros in front of me, and the gal goes, okay, a couple croissants, 2 coffees, that's $4.69. And his buddy goes,
that's never. I've seen that every time.
Aggressive.
Every time 69 is brought up, someone's like, nice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know who the first guy was to do that, but it was. I remember when I was like a teenager doing that.
Yeah.
All the time. Every time you heard 69, you were like, oh yeah.
I didn't know what it was, and there was a girl in my art class in 7th grade. I think it was cartooning we were taking with Mr. Schultz. who I would impersonate. I would call the office. He was Mr. Schultz, and he'd always talk like this. And I would call the office and be like, we need more purple construction paper. And we thought that was hilarious because then some kid who was like the class TA would come drop off a boatload of purple construction paper mid-class because he would just step out for moments to smoke or fucking, I don't know, just, projectile vomit. He'd do something and always come back and looking a little disheveled. And then halfway through the class, somebody would drop off something. I would call an order, hey, can you drop off some Egg McMuffins? And the kid in the office would be like, Mr. Schultz, what do you need? And I was like, just do it. And so people would come drop shit off. But there was a girl in our class. I can feel the audience right now being like, dude, where's this story going? So there's a girl in our class who, her name was Rachel. I remember that much. And she had short hair. She wore a lot of flannel. And she kept talking about how she loved 69. Whoa. And my buddy and I didn't know what that was, but we thought it was so funny that she just kept talking about it that we came up with a song. Shout out to Chris DeLeon. We came up with a song. Every time she would sit down in class in front of us, we would go, 69 is my favorite number. 69 is my favorite number. 69 is my favorite thing to do. My name is Rachel. Do you want a 69 with you?
Do you think she liked to be the 6 or the 9? That's like that.
Let's call her up.
It's very rare that a girl is the 9.
Yeah,
the bottom is what I mean. Unless you're doing it side by side.
TJ Miller had a great joke that I've, for whatever reason, never forgotten. I saw him do it at the Ha Ha Cafe. He goes, my girlfriend and I. He goes, a lot of people like the 69. We like the 39, which is back to back, butt to butt, and then he just acted that out like flailing against each other.
Yeah, 96 kind of. Where you just go,
yeah. What are the other
fart on each other's heads?
Yeah. What are the other numbered positions that people are taking stabs at?
I think everyone's doing an 11.
What's that? Just regular
missionary.
Missionary.
Yeah.
What's a baker's dozen? Is that where
that's like 13, right?
You fuck a pie?
Yeah. You bring food. You introduce food into the equation.
Yes.
I don't know. Now let me ask you this,
please.
How do you pee?
Out of my wiener.
Like when you go to a urinal. What is the first step you take? Like,
pull my pants all the way down.
Do you really?
No, but there was a kid, Spencer Walsh, another shout out. I like to say the full name so people can look them up. Spencer Walsh, elementary school, was the first kid I saw, walked into the bathroom, trousers dropped all the way down.
Yes, there was always some like mentally handicapped kid or incapacitated in some capacity.
Or maybe
limited.
Just came up at a different time. When
limited capacity, I think.
Also, personally. But yeah, for sure. Did they see a parent or older sibling do that, or did they just go? Because you have to. But also, that's what sucks about no one seeing you pee up until I guess ever really. But like, it's not like your dad was in the bathroom. They were potty training you sitting to pee.
Yeah.
And then at what point did they go? And now you have dick control. Stand up.
It was like I know, like my friends when they have children. If they have a boy, it's like, remember you put shit into the toilet to teach the kid like to aim.
Oh yeah,
like Cheerios, like try and hit the Cheerios or some shit in the toilet.
Then at that point they should have known if the pants are going down.
Yeah, well, you would think they would teach the fly, and that's the debate we've been having here on this show for so long. And I've found that I'm in the minority because I use the fly to pull my penis out, and so many people are over the toppers.
Pull their Why
60 to 30%.
Why would you not pull your penis through the fly?
Right? Thank you.
Wait a second.
Everyone, apparently.
Who's going around the fly? That's almost
People
like...
People are undoing their belt and going over everything.
That's like asking the manager to bring you water when you're at a restaurant and you already have a waiter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're on the same team. Listen to some of these idiots out here.
Wait a second. Who's disrupting?
A lot of people.
By the way, you're really rolling the dice on trying to. Do you not respect your penis enough?
That's what I say.
To trust that you're going to be able to pull it over the top and not have some collateral damage.
That or like you're plugging some tubes up by, constricting your base.
Also, it's a weird. It's just not. The fly in the pants is there for convenience. And to protect you. It's to protect the penis. Hi, I'm Adam Ray. If you're tired of not protecting your penis or worried about the penises that you're not protecting, call that number below.
Now, fashion has been raised as a thing in this debate. People are like, I wear sweatpants. And I'm like, well, get a fucking job. But
Yeah.
here's Barry Goldfarb's feedback here. He says, "Hey Josh Potter, I think the reason people choose to go over the top as opposed to through the opening / slit is because one of
Can you still say that?
I think so. It's because one of the pieces of clothing, usually that pants, do not have the hole to go through. So it makes things easier." Well, that's just common knowledge there, Barry. You didn't really open any eyes with that one.
Yeah,
but,
Barry. That's 14 seconds we're not getting back.
yeah, right? Over the top is not an option when you wear overalls. I was always over the top, but once I started wearing overalls, it's Fly Gang, baby. Well, Jacob, welcome to the Fly Gang.
Welcome to the Fly Gang. Wait, it's not an option when you wear overalls? Oh, yeah, I guess there's no fly.
Because you got to go over the top. You're going over to your neck, basically.
I didn't
Look at
even
this
know
guy on the subway, by
people
the
are
way. He's
still
in the Fly Gang. Do
Wearing
you see
overalls.
this guy?
This guy just taking a piss.
He's through the fly, though. Notice.
What the fuck, by the way? Are you serious? That's not a real...
Do you think he was doing it to, because he thought, no one will notice? He went through the fly. He could have just taken his pants down and had the same exact effect.
Look, we've all had to go. Prior to me coming up to this lovely studio, I had to go, and I'm not opposed to peeing outside. In
Me
fact,
neither.
I love it. It's one of the simple pleasures that we have, especially being dudes.
Yes.
Where you go, because girls, it's a production. You've got to find a guy you can. I've definitely done it in between cars. Because as a guy, you can stand and make it look like whether you're on the phone or whatever. But girls, if you're squatting and you're a girl and you're outside, there's only one thing you're doing: queefing.
Yep.
No, you're peeing. And so, this though is
Queef of the week.
Okay, see, now that's headphone worthy. That's fucking. Go ahead and play that back for me real quick.
I was just playing. You mentioned queefs. So.
Queef of the week.
Now, is this where you highlight actual queefs that are submitted, or is there
a
person that has done something that is queef worthy?
Well, we've done. Well, what it was to celebrate a bonehead move on someone's part.
I love that.
And I would have people submit queefs so I could put it at the end of that whole thing. But
No
we've had
way.
a bit of for lack of a better word, a dry up of queefs. So we were looking for. Heather did send one, but we're getting our soundboard all together and building and everything. We're slowly making changes over here and slowly but surely building back the pieces that we've lost through different things. But
You'd be a great radio DJ. You had that locked and loaded.
I was a radio DJ for
I know this.
15 years.
I know this. Yeah, I know. It's why you're so good with the pull-ups and the push buttons.
Oh, thank you. But no, I mean, there's another thing I wanted to. You brought up Young Rock.
Yeah.
And you play Vince McMahon. Are we allowed to say that?
You can. I'm coming back in season 2. Look, right now I'm working my way up to full Vince shape, but we still don't know yet at what juncture.
That's what I was saying. What stage?
I don't think it's going to be Popeye arms. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna.
Have you practiced your Vince McMahon of all eras?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be pretty dialed in.
I want to have a Vince McMahon off with you.
Okay.
So, which is your favorite Vince McMahon?
Well, here's the thing. I've only done the, 83 in season 1. It was 2
So he was an
episodes.
announcer.
Yes.
So that's like Nassau Coliseum, when he's up there.
Yes, and then there's, the Vince that I kind of audition with. I mean, the voice is a little bit in my register already.
Yes.
And then kind of a little rougher like this, when he's really talking, you're Rocky, and then you're fired.
Yeah,
He's got that.
You're gonna puke.
Yeah, you're gonna puke. But we'll just see in this season at what stage I'm really getting utilized. But go back to Australia, I think in January for about a month and a half, maybe.
Nice.
Gonna have to quarantine again for 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was tricky in ways I can't describe. I'd say the first 4 or 5 days, I was like, this is great. This is back in November last year, and I had a routine, and the election was going on, so I had some stuff to fill my time with. But then it just got dark. It was like, it gave me a balcony, and I was like,
oh boy.
All right, this, could I make it?
Could I make it?
Could I,
How high was it?
Pretty high. There was actually quite a few. I'd sit out there and have coffee, and The Rock gave me some of his Terramana juice, tequila, so I'd be out there sipping away, and there was people right. I'd say maybe 150 yards away in this condo building where you could see right in. So I'd sit out there, and I got to know a family pretty well just from watching their dinners.
Oh, that's wild.
Watching the guy play video games, and then there was a couple dancing gals up on a balcony once that started making out, and that kept me out there for a little bit until a guy came out and joined them, and then the guy and I locked eyes, and I was like, it's probably time to go to bed. So I went back inside, and by the way, I hadn't ever, like, at the airport you do a lot of people watching, but when you're in a more isolated area, to just be watching and then have somebody catch you.
That's like pretty. Because you're locked in that space.
But I hadn't seen anybody. FaceTiming is different than seeing an actual human, so I was
course.
more. But it's not like I could explain that to them. I'm not watching you because I'm turned on. I just love to see the human interaction.
And you have your dick in your hand up. Through the fly, by the way.
Through the fly, because I'm
He's
a
a
man.
fly guy. He's
I'm a fly guy.
That's wild, though.
Is that what that song was about? Pretty fly.
Pretty fly for a fly guy? I don't know.
Who sang that, by the way?
That was fucking Offspring.
There he is.
Got it. I'm a little weak today in the brain, folks. Had a little bit of a... I want to thank everyone who came out last night to the Brea Improv, and...
Fullerton knows how to get down.
When this airs, last night I will have been in St. Louis, so thank you for coming to that show if you did as well. But as the day of taping this, we were at Brea last night. Even Sean was out there, so I mean, if things are a little slow today, that's why. Last week, though, I was fucking kicking myself over this Ben Zobrist business. But let's. I want to play a little baseball game with you because we did it on your podcast.
Yeah,
and I'll do it on.
A lot of fun, by the way. People really enjoyed that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into the sports. Why can't I fucking find? I just explained why I can't find anything. Because I'm fucking hungover as shit.
What's your hangover remedy consist of?
Like, I just drink a lot of water and.
People have there's like pills. There's like things you can take pre-night.
I do liquid IV.
That is the move, right?
Liquid IV. Thank you very much.
Where do they come to? The house?
Oh yeah. Well, no, they're not a real. They're liquid IV is a. It's like I'm doing an ad now. They sponsored the show. It's a powder of some sort that you pour into your beverage and then you shake it up and you drink it.
Oh,
that's why it's called liquid IV.
I thought it was because the people that can come to you.
Yes, I want to do that too. That's a great hangover thing. If you're rich, you could do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I get a hangover a little too often to be getting the actual.
I know, right?
That's what the kids do now. They pose for pictures like this. Put it in my veins.
Shut up. Do they really?
Yeah, put it in my veins. That's what that means, right, Ashawn?
Put it in my veins. That does sound like a very cool kid, like, lingo.
Yeah, and now they pose.
Put it in my veins. Like, hey, can I get a double shot of Patron?
Today's going to be a movie. But let's get into the sports.
You guys want to go see Jungle Cruise? Oh, sorry. Put it in my veins.
We just have dumb sounds. Yeah, that means it's sports time, baby. Get ready. But
I mean,
it's the best, dog.
Was there an alternate theme song choice, or was that what you?
I did the Monday Night Football one too, but it never really caught on. Bum 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 bum. Ba da beat up ba ba. Da 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 da.
Everybody, I'm John Man. No, fucking.
I was doing the under. You could talk over it.
Welcome to Three River Stadium. I'm your host, Chucky Clit.
Chucky Clit.
I don't know.
That would be a great broadcasting name. Chucky Clit here. And we have another top of the seventh. Chunky Clit.
Chunky. That's actually Chucky Clit. Chunky Clit's my brother. 2-1 the count on Roberts.
But you're from Seattle.
I am.
Is it Mariner? Like, what's your rank your teams?
So, look, I'll rank my sports.
Yeah, there you go.
Basketball, but then we lost the Sonics to OKC, and then the Seahawks became very good. So football became actually the talk of the town. Mariners have always been competitive, except for the last 5 years. There's been a couple in between. Baseball also been right up there. Actually, as a kid, it was basketball. It was Sonics, Mariners. We're kind of synonymous, but basketball was my favorite sport, so Sonics took precedence. And then the Mariners got good, and now they're on a nice little run. Seahawks have just been great for, coming up on 10 years.
What do you think of Mr. Unlimited, Cecil Wilson?
I mean, he's great. He's boring, and he's great.
I don't know. I don't know if he's boring. There's something about him we've discovered.
The photos that he takes on the beach with his wife, do you need him? No. Do you? Does it affect his play? That remains to be seen. But I think he is just a.
You think there's something behind there, behind the eyes?
Behind the eyes? What do you mean?
We'll take a look at this.
A strong work ethic?
Video real quick. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, Russell here. Yes, the typical boring, yes, Russell, the robot Russell, the one you guys love to know. Real exciting. I'm real exciting. But
Yeah,
anyways,
he's real nervous,
everybody has to have
always.
an alter ego, right? And I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited. You gotta be unlimited. You gotta have a thought process of being unlimited. So
Where's he going?
Please turn this off.
What you're thinking
Please
about.
turn this
or
off. I'd
what
rather
you
watch
wanna
a video
do
of my
in
mom
life
and
or where you wanna
stepdad,
go.
69.
You gotta be unlimited. Tell him I'm unlimited.
Over
Take it off. Take it off.
During my wedding ceremony. That is fucking just
Cringy.
God damn it, man. It's like, they say don't meet your heroes. Don't watch your heroes do fucking solo selfie videos promoting their, oh, God, dude.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Dude, can we fucking, guess what, man? That's the queef of the week. That's the queef of the month. That's the queef of the year. That might be the queef of the century.
Queef of the week.
You're goddamn right. Russ, hey, man, I love what you've done for the city. I love what you've done for football. I love what you've done for the culture in Seattle and the way that you've made players better around you. I love what you've helped bring in, the Super Bowl you helped us achieve. But hey, man, where's my Russ cam? Russ, dude, I hope you retire a Seahawk. I hope I get to meet you one day, man. I've got some ties to the organization that I'm hoping, man, to get me a couple steps closer. I know you know my buddy Jeff Dye. You've seen him do stand-up. It'd be cool to have you in the audience at one of my shows, maybe August 27th and 28th at the Hard Rock in downtown Seattle. Tickets at AdamRayComedy.com. But if you do come to the show, Russ, I'm going to make fun of you because that video is so cringe fucking worthy. Again, it makes me want to, dude, I heard my mom
Listen
and stepdad.
to your emotion.
I heard my mom and stepdad fucking when I was in Oklahoma with them when we were cleaning out my grandparents' place shortly after they passed away. Thanks for bringing it up. And what you just did right there just made me question whether or not you're ready for the season. And that's crazy because that has nothing to do with football, but it just fucking triggered me in so many areas of my body that I now I don't even know if I'd pick you for my fantasy team, dude.
Tough,
I don't even know if I'd pick you for my final fantasy team. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just things in life where you got to go, this is not what I do. And you, with that video, I appreciate the attempt. You looked right at the cam. You set it up. You gave us a couple shots of the theater. Would have loved if you'd taken it into the pool. If there was a little more comedy, I think that's what it was missing. That's what I'm getting at, is if there was more comedy build up.
He thought it was hilarious.
That's what also sucks. But, also it's tough. Comedy is subjective. Maybe there's a lot of Russell Wilson fans that were like, dude, did you see the fucking way he revealed that he's Mr. Unlimited? Like, this guy's fucking, Russell Wilson is one of the most underrated funny quarterbacks. All right, top 5 funny quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger, right?
Oh my God, hilarious.
Hilarious, because like the way that guy fucking corners women in bars
Hilarious.
is so funny. Tom Brady catches his son on the mouth. Super funny.
So funny.
Aaron Rodgers, that guy's always like, hey, I'm
on Jeopardy.
Fuck you, right? He's funny. He's got like timing. And then you got Carson Wentz, who's like, hey, I'm gonna be healthy this year. Psych. Very
I was
funny.
gonna say.
Very funny. Topical Tuesday. Not to be confused with Taco Tuesday. Hashtag LeBron James. But Russell Wilson is just, I don't know, it's what he does in front of the camera that gets overlooked because he's so dominant on the field.
Oh my God. We've made merch out of it. He's Sussel Wilson to us.
Dude,
that's it's a peculiar movie. And I don't want to make you more furious, but Kendall Graveman was traded, of course, as you mentioned earlier in the program.
Pouring salt on the wound.
All the Mariners players apparently furious.
Crying in the
felt
locker room.
betrayed. Yeah.
Oh, I also felt betrayed because the night prior, not even 24 hours before this trade happens, we beat the Astros, who are second in baseball as far as the standings go. They're crushing it again, these cheating cocksuckers. I hate the Astros with a fiery passion.
I think that's the one team. I'm like a baseball guy. Yeah. I don't like. There's no team I favor over another or whatever.
Don't you loathe the way they handle that? No acceptance, no accountability, or do you not care?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's, as a fan of baseball, I'm annoyed that there was no But it's also
no repercussions.
It's also so baseball in a way.
I know, and it's also like we rooted for the roids. You know, like
Yes.
the McGuire Sosa era saved baseball in a way,
Right.
and then like 10 years later, they're like, you guys are getting pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on with that? Is it? And they're
Why
like,
you look
oh,
like a
Fruity
horse."
Pebbles. I put chicken on my Fruity Pebbles. They're like, that can't be it.
Yeah, your head's huge,
Your head's
dude.
huge, man.
If you were to do a Kendall Graveman to a woman, what would that be?
So first I'd take her to Applebee's, and I'd get her everything on the menu, one of each thing. And then I'd let her drive my car, right? I'd be like, and I'd open the door, let her get in. I go, top down or top up? And she goes, top down. And I go, I wasn't talking about the car. And then she goes, can you let me out? This is getting really creepy. And then I pull my face back and I go, I'm Kendall Graveman.
That's a good one. I like it.
They traded him. He was our closer to the Astros, our competition direct in the division, and again,
you played them the next day.
we beat them the night before on a grand slam in the bottom of the 8th after being down 7-0. Came back and won 11-8.
It was a crazy game.
The apparently my buddy Bob Stelton, who hosts my favorite show is for Seattle Sports Radio, Wyman and Bob. He goes, we got flooded with text that night, being like, re-sign Jerry DiPoto, our general manager, and Scott Service, the manager, ASAP. The energy in the stadium was insane. It was like people were choked up. It was like 95 Mariner baseball reminiscent. And then the next day, and what players hated is that like they say, oh, Jerry DiPoto's up in his office doing fantasy baseball, has no idea, doesn't care about winning if this is what you do. And I think what really hits and what really sucks is that you go, it is a business. But hey, man, when a team, the Mariners have the longest drought in all of sports as far as a playoff drought. 2001, it's been 20 years since we've made it to the postseason. You're finally this team that you've constructed and taken time patiently to build and put together and move pieces and really just orchestrate a chance and put yourself in a position to finally maybe make some strides towards winning, and you do that at this juncture. After that, to the team you're directly competing with is so fucked on every level where you go, are you
trying to hurt us,
dude? You're making Russell Wilson look like fucking improv stuff, but anyway, improv super charismatic dude. It just was a huge blunder, and I want to say winning changes everything, and we'll come back from this, and the clubhouse rapport is not fucked. I think you got to come down and speak to the players. I know that's not your job or required, but dude, you got to come down and say why you did it, because I guess
he
players
fucked my wife. You say something like that, you got to really come up with something.
I mean, dude, make up a rumor, honestly.
Yeah.
And be like, he fucked my wife, and even, all right, maybe he didn't, but he looked at her weird.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
licked his lips while he said, like, there's probably some hot titties under that blouse.
They were in an elevator, and
What
it
would you
was
do?
tense.
Yeah, it was tense. The sexual, I jerked off to it that night. Do you know what that was like for me? With no lotion.
Now, you could be the Cubs. The Cubs got fucking... Everyone's gone.
Well, once you win a
Javi
World
Baez,
Series, what do you want?
Chris Bryant.
But that does suck.
I mean, everybody left.
Anthony,
the Cubs. Rizzo. What's an
Rizzo,
Anthony
yeah.
Rizzo?
That's where you take a girl to the Olive Garden, and you get her everything on the menu.
That is a Rizzo, baby.
And you...
Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, except for the risotto. And then, no, you get her everything on the menu, and you have you pretend it's her birthday. So they come out, and but then you realize, oh, this isn't the Cheesecake Factory. They don't sing songs. They just kind of bring out a fucking cupcake and some extra breadsticks.
Is that so? Is that true?
And then they just go, hey, congrats. Hey, you made it, is what they say. You made it.
Your family.
Your family, yeah. Go fuck yourself. And then you, and then in front of everybody, you propose. And then despite what she says, yes or no, you stand up, you give her a hug, and then you just whisper into her ear, let's just do it in front of all these kids.
That'd be wild.
And then
I was about to be like, that'd be fun.
yeah. So that's an Anthony Rizzo. And by the way, you do it in the daytime.
You know what a Ben Zobrist is? That's when you let your pastor fuck your wife and then try and ruin your life.
We'll be right back. That felt like a commercial tease.
Have you? Yeah, we'll be back.
Ben Zobrist is one of the best names to have a sexual position created.
Exactly, but he has labeled himself what a Ben Zobrist is. You watch your wife fuck a pastor, and then try and steal all your money and ruin your brain so that you can't play baseball anymore. That's a Ben Zobrist.
You know what a Kurt Schilling is?
No.
It's where you get a blowjob while you're mowing your neighbor's lawn. on the tractor, on the John Deere tractor. Actually, no, that's a John Crook.
I was gonna say that's a good one. I like that he was riding the track. Is that a true story?
What?
That he did that?
Who?
Either one of them. Were they riding tractors and getting blowjobs?
Oh,
that's pretty badass.
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
This was just a made up.
Ben Zobrist is real. He is. His pastor is fucking his wife after counseling him in their marriage.
Oh, I did see this. I just didn't put it together that was Zobrist.
Yeah, that's Ben Zobrist, baby.
Holy shit.
And his brain's all fucked. He couldn't play baseball
anymore.
anymore.
It's like what Stamos did in that show You on Netflix. You watch that?
Yes.
He gave the girl counseling, and then they went at it.
Yes.
That's fucked. Also, it's the pastor. Like, hey man, like, shouldn't you be getting after the youth,
the kids? Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
There's plenty.
She's
of
way out of your
right
league.
Kids
and
running
your
around
age range.
Old people.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah. But yeah, Ben Zobrist. We're trying to make a
dude.
movement here. Hashtag fuck Ben Zobrist, but in a good way. Like fuck
someone
Ben
go get him.
Zobrist.
Yeah, he needs a rebound.
I just realized that hashtag doesn't really work. Fuck Ben Zobrist. That doesn't really send the message I'm trying to get across. Should be like hashtag blow Ben Zobrist or something like that. Maybe.
How has he responded?
He hasn't, and I would like to find out. Maybe he's just too shattered to respond at this juncture.
Could
But
be.
I just wish him all the best. 2015, 2016 MVP, first for the Royals, then the Cubs.
He truly crushed it,
and he was awesome.
So
and he was
great.
like coming into his own even more. I think he had more to offer in terms of a player. And boy, oh boy, this pastor comes along, fucks his wife. She puts out a Christian music album, and his whole life is destroyed. Poor Ben Zobrist.
Poor Ben Zobrist. Okay, let's do another one. What's a Mo Vaughn?
A Mo Vaughn. Ooh, that's where I shave my head and then take all the shavings and just throw it in the girl's face after I come on her face so it sticks.
Oh God. All right. This is, by the way, this is going to be the part when my mom.
Trevor
turns
Bauer's
on.
in the news, by the way.
2-1 the count on Roberts.
We do have an update on Trevor Bauer. He's probably not coming back to the Dodgers.
No.
They just traded for Max Scherzer, and Trevor Bauer probably on the outs. But also, I found out in a news article, the players don't want Trevor Bauer back in that locker room.
Yeah.
Isn't that why? Like, you're a guy, a good-looking dude who fucks.
By the way, Max Scherzer is a guy who gets a +1 to a taping of a babysitter porn for Pornhub, and then meets one of the cast members and takes her to Outback, buys her everything on the menu.
Man, you're really going to the restaurants. All the chain restaurants are getting.
Sorry, I'm looking for sponsorship from
I love it.
from some franchise.
But on the Trevor Bauer front, like.
Yes.
When you're having sex, is there anything that a woman could say to you to bring you to the point where you're like choking her with her own hair and shit like that? Like, because women do say, and it was part of the story where she was like, "Hit me, daddy," and stuff like that, and he was like, "Okay," and then he really fucking hit her pretty good. And
That's how it went down, huh? She instigated it?
Yeah, it was like a lot of back and forth, and there were multiple occasions. So he just kept upping the ante to the point of ridiculousness, by the way.
Yeah, you have to know your own strength,
Yeah.
first of all. And then also, there should be a discussion of like what the boundaries are, safe words. Also, just, I don't know, like think about how you would choke or pull something that's not a human and
Yeah.
just dial it back.
Right. Like if it's pretend it's like a dog or something. I don't know. Like
Yeah. Or
a girl.
I
Or
mean,
it's just a woman. You just got to realize, I don't know.
Also, or just fucking, say, I'll get you next time, or,
that's the thing. I go like, you're going to have to find that somewhere else.
yeah,
'Cause
I'll do
there's-
something. I'll hide your remote. Yeah, there's other ways to mix it up.
Exactly. I'm more of an emotional abuser.
Yeah, I'll hide your Apple TV remote in a very uncompromising spot.
It's funny that you bring up all that fast food stuff, or not fast food, but the chain restaurants. There's a place in Tucson that lets you now purchase spaghetti by the bucket.
Oh God.
And I know you used to be
Very
kind of
Tucson.
a larger gentleman.
Sure. Yeah.
Does that
Did
excite
see-
you as a...
Fuck yeah, it got me real hard. Are you kidding me?
What was your
Spaghetti
go-to as a
bucket?
kid, though?
My nickname was Spaghetti Bucket in
Spaghetti
5th grade. You know who gave me that nickname? My PE teacher. It was fatter than me.
Bucket. You were just a regular walking spaghetti bucket?
Yeah.
But no, what was like the grossest like go-to you had as a kid, though?
Oh, dude, dipping Pop-Tarts in Cool Whip.
No shit.
Double fisting them.
No shit.
That was the original. When people were like, you into fisting? I was like, double fisting. Pop-Tarts and the Ready Whip, baby. Little cheese whiz on that burrito. Never hurt nobody. I ain't driving.
Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Policygenius. Policygenius, they're not an insurance company, but they're more like a broker for you because life insurance is important. Whether you have a kid or not, whether you have a family or not, you got things in your life that you need to have life insurance for. I mean, things that you don't even think of. They were opening my eyes to all these different reasons why I would require life insurance. And I was like, no way. Okay, cool. And they help you with all the process. I mean, it's pretty wild. Summer's almost over and responsibility is about to rear its ugly head. And you need to get the life insurance done now with Policygenius. You get free quotes in minutes. They just bring them all to you and they're trying to help you save money. Because I don't know about you, but when I get like details, I get bogged down and I start getting like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I run away from the responsibility. They're just making it easier. They're putting it all in one place. And you're probably asking, why do I have to compare so many policies? Well, you could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policygenius. You could save $1,300 per year on life insurance by using Policygenius to compare policies. So here's how you can get started with these folks. You just go to policygenius.com/Josh, and in minutes, you get to work out how much life insurance coverage you need, and you get to compare all kinds of personalized quotes and find your best price. And when you're ready to apply, the Policygenius team, they're going to handle all the paperwork and scheduling and everything for free. So go to policygenius.com/Josh. Get started right now. Policygenius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. Do you have fantasies about doing that again?
No, I mean, look, once a fat kid, always a fat kid. I remember in my fraternity in college, right? I was a kitchen steward with two other fellas, Jeff Neiman and Aaron Weiner, and we would every morning at Sunday go to Costco, buy all the food, and then all the potheads would come to our room late night and be like, "Can we get the keys to the kitchen and make some fucking fun stuff?" So went down there one night with one of them, you know, and my window was like right outside in the apartment style for this house, and it was like 3 a.m. and this kid was like, "Hey man, come on, give me the keys. I want to go make an omelet." It was like 3 a.m. I was like, "Dude, I got class in 3 hours, like 4 hours, whatever. Like, maybe tomorrow." And then he just like slowly pushes a blunt through the window. It's like hitting me in the head, and I was like, "All right, I'll be right down." So we smoked that, and then I went in, and we had bought these like giant, the Costco-sized muffins, Pop-Tarts, and ice cream, and I went in there, got so high. While he's making the omelet, I made a Pop-Tart, Costco muffin, ice cream sandwich where I put like the Pop-Tarts in between the muffin and the ice cream on top of the Pop-Tart, and then smashed it together. And as I'm about to take a bite, my buddy just goes, "You were a fat kid, weren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, how do you know?" He's like, "Look at what the fuck you're about to take a bite of." And then I was like, stoners or fat kids do make the best like pothead concoctions.
Yeah, I'm a big stoner, but I think I have a issue when it comes to eating.
What do you mean?
Like the opposite end.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like eating.
At all?
Like not, I mean, I like going to a nice dinner if it's on an occasion.
You don't like to get stony bologna and kind of...
I hate snacks and stuff like that. I don't even like I just ate a 7-Eleven sandwich because I literally just had to eat.
Dude,
it's been like 2 days.
That's like getting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine,
like,
by the way.
I know, dude. And I'm like not thin. Like that's the thing. Like I would be disgustingly fat if I just ate like a normal person because I never work out or do anything.
Yeah.
And this is all just beer. But I don't know. I just don't. I think I have an issue with it or something. There's like people don't say you're like anorexic or anything. Obviously, I'm not like.
No, you're good.
Yeah, but it's just I don't enjoy.
When you get high, what's your move then?
I just like to get high. I'll get higher.
I love that.
Like it's like
But
I get the
TV,
munchies
music?
with. Oh, I like TV. I
like to
like
go out and
movies.
about?
I like music. I like walking around.
Yeah.
I like being out at a bar or something. Doing laundry. Going to the grocery store. Literally everything. But awesome. So I can get wrecked on weed and then want to smoke more weed.
I love that.
Really all.
That's my problem too. That's happened last night. Is where I hadn't smoked in about a week and a half. Which that can really...
That's a long time, actually.
For sure. At this point. I remember
You're
when
probably having dreams again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vivid ones.
Yeah.
I had a dream. I was with my a buddy of mine last night, just randomly amongst all the other chaos of the the terrors, and because my fiance now has Citizen app, and she's always bringing up things like
I had to delete it.
she's like, it's if you're not familiar, it's just basically an app that notifies you of all the fucking danger lurking in your neighborhood. She'll be like, babe, there's a guy buck naked with his cock out in a tree with a machete. Can you go see what he wants? I'm like, I think a guy with his cock out in a tree with a fucking machete already has his night planned out.
Yes.
But yeah, let me go take a look, see if I can deter him from the agenda he's created. Hey man, you're making sandwiches? Did you get your vaccine? And so so I usually, if there's a break in smoking like that, I feel better. But then when I smoke, I'm like that. I can't just take a couple puffs
You go
and
crazy.
go kick it. I like to just like smoke 3 joints or blunts and live and joke and goof.
Do you like to get high before you get on stage?
No, I've done it probably 10 times.
I
and
love that. I mean, I have to. I
were
feel
awesome.
off if I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't feel like I have all my wits about me, unfortunately.
I don't know what it is. That's a true statement, but I feel like I'm too precious when I'm sober. You know what I mean? Like I'm too
Yikes.
paying attention to things too much. Do you know? So like when I smoke, I get a
gotcha.
little bit of that goes away, where I kind of just am like, just go do your thing.
See, I
man.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's also because I like to do crowd interaction stuff throughout the show. At some point, I like to weave in material with the, break up the monotony of the material to go into the crowd and fuck
Sure.
around. And I don't feel like I'm at my best if I don't feel like I can navigate through anything if I am high. And because that's happened a few times. I remember the last time I got really high, I was on stage and I had just fucking said some awful story about being at the grocery store and don't even remember. And then all of a sudden I just was like, and then I just kind of paused. And I remember some guy just go, dude, how fucking stoned are you? And there was like 9 people in the crowd.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, dude, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Dude.
I
And it
feel
was
like I'm
just bad.
too like in my own brain when I'm sober. So like to do crowd work sober would be daunting.
Yeah.
Like interacting with someone sober. But when I'm high, I'm a little more like gregarious, a little more open to interaction.
Yeah.
I can like if someone heckles or like says something from the crowd, I kind of like let it go by, as opposed to like, what the fuck, you're messing my shit up. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right.
when I'm sober, that kind of shit definitely sticks with me. But I don't know. I think my favorite thing to do when I'm high is just like go for a walk and like drink a Red Bull. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, I'm a simple man.
I do
when it
like
comes to
the contrast of like upper and
Yes.
downer, like
I-
a coffee.
Do you smoke sativa or indica?
I mean, just depends,
I love how much you smoke weed.
The nighttime for the going to bed, yeah, me too. And I remember I think at 23 when I first, no, it was when I hit 30. I'm 39 now, and when I hit 30, I was like, it was around 27. I go, by 30, I'm gonna really curb my pot and maybe stop. And here we are, 39, fucking.
I didn't
just
start smoking
puffing
until
away.
I remember I turned 22. I go, I'm gonna do this every day now. I said that to myself,
Really?
but I hadn't tried it till I was 19.
Now, did you say that to yourself,
Yep.
or did you say that in your head in a mirror and you thought you said it out loud?
I said it legitimately. I smoked a bowl and I go, I'm going to buy weed and smoke it every day.
Fuck yeah.
And I have ever since. 13 years it's been.
You see, kids, all you need is a little
Live your dreams.
chutzpah. How many kids? What age do you think is, like I said this on stage the other night, I go, I'm really excited to smoke with my nephew. And
Dude, I've
he's
been
7
saying
right
this.
now, but like when he's, like not like when he's 8, like I'm like,
No, sure.
fucking 2 more years, but when he's like 20, like I can't wait because he's
Of
a
course.
fucking big goofball. And I'm just like, I bet he's going to be very fun to get high with.
When does the discussion for parents
Probably 12 or 13.
when does weed, but I'm saying like when does the discussion evolve from it being like weed is a drug or whatever to like it's like
Can you
beer
get me
where it's like
some?
mom and dad can smoke weed around their children like they drink a beer around their children. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when does that happen? I think parents are already doing that.
Yeah, I hope so. But I'm wondering when it's going to become more like acceptable. Like if you whipped a joint out at a kid's party, someone will be like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like,
I know.
Jesus Christ. But if
I
you were
know.
drinking a White Claw or something, like they wouldn't care. They wouldn't even bat an eye.
What is the...
I wonder when that
Maybe
will
just
change.
the negative connotations that come with pot, I think. And also, it's just smoking of anything, I think. Even if it's a cigarette.
Sure.
I don't think kids bat an eye, but it's because I think they're more accustomed. But, yeah, I don't know, actually.
I'm just wondering when someday that has to, because I was with my cousins, and they have children, and they've grown since I've seen them last. They're like 12 years old now. It's crazy, and we used to get high all the time after they go to bed. you know? And so, I mean, they were the same thing. They were going to bed, so we were out in their garage smoking. And I go like, why do we have to be so like taboo about this?
Yeah.
Like we were just drinking beers at dinner in front of them. You know what I mean? So I was like, when does that change? And they were like, I never really thought about it.
And because also, like, what did they just see people drinking in movies and TV and accept that? At what age did they just go, okay, the parents
Adults do this. Adults
drinking
have a beer.
adult juice,
Yeah,
as my nieces will call it, like
Adult juice?
Yeah, where they're like, or mommy juice, I think, because my sister barely drinks anymore, and when she does, my nieces are like, they get really uneasy because I think they just like they know I think that contributed to their existence, but and they're also like you know like and one of them says like what did she say? She goes, Mom, I just hate when you drink, like you get like you bubbly and like loud and you can't stop smiling. And my sister goes, you mean I'm happy? Yeah. You fucking cunt. You mean I get to enjoy like what's around me for a couple more minutes, like more than I usually do.
My mom would get like a roast when she was, my mom was drunk because she'd be like throwing shit, like not literally, but like
I thought you meant she'd like make a pot roast.
Oh, that's because Josh is dumb or something like that, and you're like,
oh,
like,
Jesus!
All right, Mom.
Just a dagger to the
just
heart.
Like a fucking she'll just throw one of those out there. She'll be like, you never were the smart one or something like that, like wild shit. Where you're
God,
like,
yeah.
All right, Mom, keep
Well, there's
drink
like
up.
not enough like comedic like spin on it. Like it's almost like when people text things and they don't add a smiley face. And you're like, dude, I don't know how to take this other than you're just coming
just
at
nod.
me.
I just go, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you don't even retaliate because then she'll be like, oh, no, always the victim, stuff like that. Then you're like, Mom, go drink alone again.
My stepmom did that before she, when she was on hospice. She would make these weird off-color jokes. And she would do it actually pre-hospice where she just, had a kooky outlook and was always just kind of went to the beat of her own drum. And she, a lot of family members, I'm sure you can attest to this, do this, where they say things out of character sometimes because they just were like, you're a comic, you can take the bullshit I say and spin it into something funny so that we both don't have to sit in some awkwardness. And so my dad's dog just humps toys nonstop.
Hell
like
yeah.
To where you're like, it's me too in that troll.
Hell yeah.
And get it, dog.
I just love saying that when I see dogs humping. I'm like, yeah, get it.
Yeah. It's aggressive too. Some of these dog humps and pumps, you're like, should we call somebody? Like, or should we like, And so,
how about those people that just let him finish?
Oh yeah.
You're like, it's my leg, bro.
Yeah. And so I used to say that to Brad Williams, my buddy who's a little person. He just would hump my leg, and my buddies would be like, dude, it's a fucking, we're at dinner. I was like, dude, just let him come, dude. Dwarf cum is good luck, by the way. You're just jealous. And so the dog's pumping away, and my stepmom looks at my dad and goes, well, at least somebody's going to come tonight.
Oh, my God. Yeah, one of those.
To which my dad and I both go, yeah, all right. Like, like nothing you could say to kind of move that moment along. You just kind of go, yeah, fucking.
Right on.
Yeah. Right on, yeah. What's that kind of just thing you say just to kind of like fill in the gap?
I just nod. I just go, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
All right.
Trebek used to be really good at that on Jeopardy. There's a lot of great Jeopardy things where he'd go, so Lisa, it says here you like to build Magic the Gathering worlds with your husband. And she goes, yes, we actually have, once we got married in a Magic the Gathering gazebo. And Trebek was like, oh, so you guys are nerds, huh?
Yeah.
And they're I think this was like as he was on the way out, he was just like, fuck it.
Because Sajak did something like that where he shat on somebody, like kind of like a side thing, and he got like almost canceled for that.
Really?
Because I forget what the context of it was.
Well, he's been doing it for like
40
years.
But he called someone like a dork, basically. He was
Great.
like, oh, I guess you don't have many friends or something like that. He said like sarcastically.
Well, that
got a
is-
laugh.
By the way, that's fucking, yeah, I bet you just sit at home all day just fucking jerking off the clown porn, huh? You
Yeah.
sad fuck. We'll be right back. All right, so you want to buy a vowel?
He did say something just savage.
You want to buy a vowel? You want to buy a friend, you lonely bastard?
Yeah.
You want to use that $500? You want to swap that trip for some friendship? Sorry, we don't have pen pal on the wheel here. It would be nice to see Sajak just go hard in the paint towards the end.
I want to see that. So that's what I was gonna say. Like, I want to see him just kind of like the switch turn off, and he's just like up there. He's like, "Well, you look like a whore," and then he's like, "Can I have W?"
Says here you're a teacher. Who gives a shit? You
Yeah.
want to hit this? Yeah,
Yeah.
You
He's
don't?
just
Yeah.
smoking his
How much you
cigarette.
think? How much you think would take? How much you think Vanna would take to show us her tits right now? And everyone's like, well, all right, dude, Pat, we're not back from commercial yet.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen those tits in every decade.
In every decade. The 80s were the best. All right.
Yeah,
You're
you're
up.
not going back to the 80s. You want to give her this fucking show after I'm done? Fine. See if I give a fuck. All right, where's the bankruptcy spin here?
RSTLNE.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know who should be the next host of Wheel of Fortune is OJ.
Can I be honest? No, I mean, normally I'd say no to OJ hosting anything except a bar mitzvah after party. But I think OJ, you know, seeing some of his Twitter videos, I think the first one I saw was him in like a Costco parking lot, and he was like, "Hey, I was just in Costco, man. These lines are crazy." He was just doing something that was like, all I went in for was a little bit of ketchup and some celery sticks, and motherfucker, it was like. Took me 2 hours, and of course I do the thing where I go into Costco and you go in for two things, and what do? You buy more stuff. And I was just like, is he doing bits, or is this just like a plug for Costco? Does he have a sponsorship?
The thing OJ understands is that
Humanity.
He is a he is a charming human being.
Dude, and that's what sucks.
But that's the whole essence of his being. He was so charming that he rose to the highest levels of athletic prowess, and then
He got
beyond
so
that, he
famous
became
that
an
he could-
actor, a commercial man, everything.
Oh, yeah, people
so famous, and then he murdered his wife.
I know.
And then he was like, "Hey, I'm OJ," and they were like, "You didn't do it." That's how charming he is.
By the way, you went into a little Casey Kasem right there, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how great would it be if like he was like, so what happened? And it was like the parents of Nicole, and they were like, yeah, we just I don't know, we just wanted to get a song dedicated to our late daughter. He's like, all right, this is a song from 1979.
Ponderous, man. Fucking ponderous. Yeah, we just listened to that audio last night, as a matter of fact, where Casey Kasem has a meltdown because
when
I
he
got to
yells-
go from a fucking dog dying into a dedication.
It's the best. He's reading. He's like, this is a song that takes you all the way back to 1965. Rusty was the best dog you could ask for, but he passed away in his sleep. What the fuck is going on?
You're like,
I'm supposed to
I got to
do
come out of these goddamn upbeat numbers.
into a dead dog diary.
I'm just losing. And where are the pictures I was supposed to receive?
A buddy of mine just told me he went golfing with OJ about a year ago. He got paired with him in a little tournament in Vegas, and so OJ invited him to a Super Bowl party, and his girlfriend at the time put the kibosh on that. Was like, absolutely not. And he said he was so tempting to not make to make jokes throughout, where it was like, OJ, man, that was a great shot, man. A lot of slice on that ball, huh? Yeah. Man, you think about taking a stab at stand-up comedy, or like what's
That glove, when you put the glove on, you'd be like, hey, that one fits, huh?
Can you imagine? What do you think he'd do? Do you think he'd laugh?
Oh, he'd totally love
How
it,
many
dude. I bet
jokes-
he would make jokes about it.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, do you think
that's
he's
when
making
it would
the
cut
jokes?
it would cut the or what's the word, like cut the ice, or what's the, I can't
Break the ice.
Break the ice. Why am I?
Do you think he does that? Do you
I'm
think-
so fucking stupid.
Do you
today.
think he's just making people laugh so hard, and finally OJ just goes, all right, I'll cut it out.
Yeah,
and they're
or he's
like,
like-
dude, is that a Coulier reference or a fucking murder reference?
She really lost her head.
Yeah.
And then he like goes about his life, and then he laughs.
He's like,
But
boy, it sounds like somebody just got stabbed outside their house, and it's just laying in a
yeah,
bucket of
that's like,
spaghetti.
whoa, OJ,
yeah,
a little much, OJ.
yeah, a little much. A little
But
too
the
on the
thing
nose.
that he understands is, if he were to just type things out, it loses its context. He's so much more charming
Yes.
in the video sense, and it's kind of a hack to Twitter in general. Like,
Yes.
I mean, people are writing things on there, and it could be misconstrued, obviously.
Always.
So he knows this.
He's cutting out the middleman, and he's like, I'm going to dilute some of the negative press that I've gotten
Yeah.
by trying to get in front of it. And also, I think he, what do you expect him? Well, I mean, the fact that he's even trying to, I don't know, would you call it fixing your image? I mean, but he's probably
That's
also.
weird. It's like, what's this for?
Yeah, I know. Is it all like trying to? Is he like? Did somebody tell him, look, if you get like 15,000 likes on a video and a lot of like positive retweets, we'll give you your own cooking show? Like, what is this? What is the end game?
I don't know. I would like to,
Because he wants to be liked.
I want to see a OJ, not a redemption story, but like I want to see him see him doing shit again. Like if he killed her, put him in jail. But we said he didn't. So let him fucking be Norbit or whatever the fuck he was before. You know what I mean?
Norbit?
Or what was he? Fucking not Norbit. What the hell? Wasn't he supposed to be?
By
in
the
a
way,
mo-
you just blew my mind because Norbit's quietly one of my favorite movies because I think Eddie Murphy's just a fucking genius. But for a second there, because I'm very gullible, I just was like, wait a second. Are you telling me that OJ was playing Eddie Murphy, playing Norbit in Norbit? And this was overlooked by the Academy?
I don't know what I was trying to think of. What character was he? I don't fucking know.
OJ played himself in Naked Gun.
That, but he was also wasn't he in a thing as a character?
It was like he was actually the voice of Ratatouille.
Well, he has OJ has a message for a current Buffalo Bill player who's been in the news, Cole Beasley. I don't know if you've seen. He's very Cole
dear
Beasley's
God.
just very. He doesn't want to take the vaccine, and he's been very vocal about it.
Oh,
and
I
now
did see
Cole
that.
Beasley has made a rap song about how he's not taking the vaccine and his balls are big and stuff like that. That's what the song says. But OJ made a message for Cole Beasley. Do we have that video?
Hey, Twitter world.
Oh, God.
Yours truly played like crap today. But anyway, let's talk about COVID. You know, I have a buddy I play golf with. He's a great cook, and he invites his golf buddies and friends and over to his house often for dinner on Sundays. But a lot of us have had COVID, and a lot of us say we ain't coming over unless everybody's got their shots. So everybody comes over there and say they got their shots. 3 weeks ago, one of the ladies who's 52, who has 2 teenage daughters, she said she had got her shots, and she lied. She hadn't. She caught COVID and got real sick, went to the hospital. 9 days later, she died.
What?
So
I didn't
we got
kill
two
her. He
girls
just says
going
that.
out.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I hate, it's murders, liars. But
He's talking about like he's like, don't be a super spreader. You can't be a super spreader. You got to get your vaccine because you could kill another person.
this is not the guy. I mean,
OJ's trying to prevent
Taking
us
a
from
stand.
murdering people. He's taking a
I know.
stand against
It's-
super spreaders.
what if he's like super spreaders? And also, while I'm here, Super Shredder from Ninja Turtles. We need to stop. He is getting in the way of the Ninja Turtles.
The only thing that I want to spread is a neck open.
Or a couple butt cheeks. Am I right, fellas? You're like, all right, now
He
he's
seemed like he was doing like long hauler syndrome there. Maybe OJ had COVID. He did mention he's like a few of us already had it, and he seemed a little off in that video.
yeah.
Because he was stumbling and bumbling, and usually
Could be
OJ,
old age. He's getting up there.
He is getting up there, but usually you see him a little more together. He's like, we were over at the daughter's house. Like he really laid that out there for us.
What would you do? Let's pretend. Here we go. Let's do a little improv.
Yeah.
I know you love your improv. How about this?
Yeah.
I'm OJ. We're at where's a place you like to go and you get a little stony baloney? You said you take a walk. Where are you walking into? If you see a sign for some place that you really enjoy and you're gonna go in on a whim.
A bar,
Great.
a dive bar.
Let's say this dive bar is called Rudy's,
Okay.
not to be confused with the barbershop.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It's a barbershop slash bar.
bar.
And OJ's in there getting well, I'm OJ. Here we go.
Okay.
You walk in. 'Cause I want to know how you would respond if you saw OJ.
I would go, oh my God, Mr. Simpson, can I please take a picture with you?
Of course. What's your name, son?
My name's Josh, big Buffalo Bills fan.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the Ralph all the time, see your name on the Ring of Honor. So glad they kept it up.
I didn't kill him. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I would have believed you. You know what? I thought about this scenario. Can I say this?
Please.
What if, and I've presented this to many women, and you're not a woman, but I'm going to still present it to you.
Yet.
What if you were fucking OJ, and he was just like, when he came, he goes, I did it.
When I came or when he came?
Either one.
Because that changes things.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
If he came in and said it, I'd be
If he was
like,
like,
wow, you didn't
I'm
even
gonna
let
come.
me.
Oh, I did it.
Like he, that's a twofer. Like,
Yeah.
you got, like, I don't even get to.
I guess
'cause
you
if-
don't come, yeah.
If I haven't come and he says it, then I feel like, because I'm in a more relaxed state to receive that info, you know. But if I haven't come and he's like, I'm done, I got mine, and then he says that, I think then I'm like, I fucking knew it, fuck you. But if I've gotten,
See, I would like
I'm
to.
spending way too long, I think, really trying to break
I would
this
like to
down,
fuck like
but-
a Casey Anthony, and have her come and say she did it. Do you know what I mean?
She
Like-
definitely did it, by the way.
Oh yeah, 100% there. I mean,
Do you think her and OJ?
she was like, "Here's a leaf." She put over the baby. She's like, "I buried it in a leaf."
Do you think these Do you think these murderers? We'll be right back. Do you think these murderers are in a group text?
I don't know. I mean, if I'm Casey Anthony, and I guess like Casey Anthony and OJ should fuck and then make like a reality show for Facebook or something.
For Facebook. Yeah, Zuckerberg, get on that, man. Start to expand your programming. He
Why
comes
does
on, he's
nobody
like,
approach
So
OJ?
we're doing a show that's O.J. Simpson and
I think that's Zuckerberg. I've only heard him talk once.
I don't know who. I was going to say I've never heard him speak. I just imagine him speaking in like ones and zeros.
Yeah, I tried to do a Jeff Bezos impression on stage the other night and came up with.
What does he sound like?
what? This is what I did. I was like, fuck.
I was like, I would love to think that before they split, that his wife was like, "Oh, and by the way, you're never going to space, you bald bitch."
And he was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it. You know, I put my mind to it. I do it.
So many women were mad that they were like, "You white man going to space in your penis." Did you see all those tweets?
Oh yeah, because his ship looked like a wiener, right?
All rockets look like dicks.
All
though.
rockets look like dicks.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, are they pissed? Is it like a very funny if it's just like, like there's a movement where it's like we need more spaceships that look like
Pussies. Yeah, I don't know. Ovaries or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they want the rocket to look
Can
like.
we get a labia shaped? Can NASA start working on
Some UFOs look very.
Clitty?
It could be like yes.
Yeah.
Clitty, very good, or like a nipple perhaps.
Robin Clitty. That's a better. I know I said chunky clit as a sportscaster.
I still like
but
Chucky
Robin Clitty sounds like.
What a curse of a name that would be, Chucky Clit.
Now,
Just-
okay, is Chucky Clit? Is he?
Can't get out of the minors. He's
he-
always down there. He's at the Mud Hens.
Well, that's because he's a mascot.
Yeah, basically, what
Yeah.
I'm saying, he's like an announcer for like the Mud Hens, and he's trying to get up to Major League, and he's never going to because he's just down there. He's like, "Yeah, it's me, Chucky Clit, here again, doing another Mud Hens game." Terrible. Well-
And he never introduces himself with the full name.
No, he can't. And everyone's
He
like,
goes by
it says it
Chucky.
in the graphic. It's blurred out.
Yeah, he has to add a T.
Yeah, that's how it would be spelled. It's two T's in Clit.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Or maybe, does he have to say like not like the clit?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what other clit is there?
It's spelled Klytt. Chucky Clit.
It's like I want to name my kid Diarrhea, but then when people go diarrhea, and you go, no, it's pronounced diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
She's Latin.
Look at you.
We adopted her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
steal that.
when you live in L.A., you got to think outside the box with the
But do
name.
you spell it like diarrhea?
Good question. I think probably add an H.
Or just maybe you just put an accent over one of the vowels.
An accent is a must.
Yeah, it's got to be an accent.
Do you ever think about that, kid names? Because like when I see like I think it was Jason from Mallrats. Jason.
Muse?
Nope. My name is Earl. What's his name?
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
He named his kid like a flight inspector.
Oh, he did? He was one of those?
Jason Lee.
Jason
Yeah.
Lee, my bad.
Flight inspector.
Flight Inspector
That's
Lee?
like so. I don't even know if he kept.
That's
his
like
last name.
that's like that old joke of like, I'm going to name my kid President. So they could just be like, President Potter.
Whose joke is that?
I don't know. You heard those things are like, I'm going to name my kid CEO or whatever the hell, you know?
Oh yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
it- just some dumb shit people
Yeah, yeah,
say.
I
all
hear
the
you.
time. Are you
Ambassador
gonna make a
this.
baby? You think?
I don't know. We have talked about adopting. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm getting more. I'll tell you this. COVID has made me more want that someday.
Wow. Just because of
Loneliness.
Yeah.
And the idea
Wanting a
of
buddy.
like, I'm gonna die alone if I don't make a child.
totally.
You know what I mean? I guess I could have a old wife or something, but I need a baby to like take care of me because I'm gonna turn old, and it's not gonna go well when I'm old. I mean, we're already kind of breaking down here.
Sure.
You know, I'm gonna be blind, running into walls and shit. I need a kid to
You
like
need somebody to
help
guide
me
you
out. Yeah.
It is one of the benefits I think of having a kid is having a built-in buddy, right?
Not only that, just like a built-in like when I get old, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
take care of them and wipe their ass when they're growing up, and then guess what? That shit's coming around
It
the
is.
old horseshoe to the other side.
Oh yeah. Tell them where their pills are and
Hell yeah.
know what corners they can bounce off of like a pinball machine. My dad's gotten really good at that in his place where it's like, but now he's at the point too where if he bends down to get a wheat thin, like that could be it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like he's taken a couple spills into the garage and just stayed there for a little bit because he like couldn't get up. And I'm like, well, you got to get that life alert thing, the button.
Yeah.
You know, but then that's costly. And then you're like, well, that's going to eat into my fleshlight budget, you know?
What if you can get a life alert light? fleshlight
A life flavor fleshlight, where when
for your dad. So
if you but you have to fuck it to have it censor off.
Yeah. You have to come in it to make it
go.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, you're on the ground in the garage, and the paramedics show up, and they're like, "Dear God," and they're like, "Oh, that's right."
Thank God we got here in time.
He's like, "You did, and I already finished." You're like, "All right, that's not what we meant, dude."
Yeah.
God damn it! Who combined these two products?
Well, shit, dude. Thank you for coming on the show.
Are we done?
Flew
by, baby.
It did. An hour went by quick. I mean, I don't want to keep you here all night. So I love you.
I love you too. This was great, dude. And
I love just hanging out with you. So.
I know, man. We got to do it more. But
were you at the store the night the people were fucking in the window? You were telling that story about watching those people.
No, but so who posted that?
I posted it. Some other people,
Yeah, I
but
saw
we
the
were all
story.
in the. I mean,
the
Brad was there. A couple
Of course,
people.
Brad was there. Where there's fucking in a window, there's a dwarf.
So, folks, if you don't know, there's a hotel across the street from the Comedy Store.
Yeah, the
that
Pendry.
just built it.
Just built it. It's blocking the beautiful view of Hollywood that was there.
Yeah, you could see the whole LA skyline.
It was
and
beautiful,
everything.
man.
It was beautiful. I got here just in time to see that view. But then they've put a giant, just obnoxious-looking hotel.
It's
there.
got like lights and a lot of windows. Do you think the city of LA was like felt so bad that they took away the House of Blues and that view, and they're like, all right, once it's up, 3 months in, let's start hiring couples. We'll give them, $100
They must have.
credit at the bar to fuck in the window.
Well, these people were definitely aware there was an audience.
They were.
100%.
Who recognized the crowd first, the guy or the gal?
I'm blind, so like for me it was kind of boring because everyone was watching. I'm like, we get it. I have Pornhub. I could watch.
You just had to
people
listen
fuck.
to comic commentary?
Exactly. They're like, oh, look at that. They're in position. And then I got my phone out and I did like a real zoom in, and the guy was like, really? And he waved. They waved.
They
and shit.
waved?
Yeah, they waved. They knew what was
that's
going
nice.
on. I found out what room that was, though, and I plan on recreating the incident.
Do you?
So someday the comics will look up there and it'll be me fucking
You know what that's called?
a Ben Zobrist.
I wish. I was going to say a Brett Saberhagen.
Oh, I like that. I like Brett Saberhagen's one of the best baseball names in the history of time.
Yeah.
Easily.
And there are, again, just to put a button on this, there's certain baseball names where you go, can't do anything with that.
You're right.
Nolan Ryan, too, just cookie cutter.
Exactly.
It just sounds,
Andrew Heaney.
yeah. You need like Wade Boggs
Yes.
or,
That's where you drag your balls across her chin, over the forehead. It's a real number, a Wade Boggs.
while you're looking for Bigfoot.
Yes, indeed. But plug anything you want one more time before you head out.
Adam Ray Comedy on Instagram and Twitter, AdamRayComedy.com for all the tour dates, About Last Night podcast, album Read the Room, and I'll take it from here. And then just keep, I guess just follow me for the updates on shows and stuff. Shot a couple shows that I'll be on coming out. This show for Hulu called Pam and Tommy, about Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee that Seth Rogen's starring and producing in. And then I'm in
Seth Rogen's playing Tommy Lee, or he's playing his penis?
He's playing his penis, man.
He steers the boat.
Yeah, they apparently shot all that stuff for the show and said it was pretty graphic. So
Nice.
I mean,
That's exciting.
If you watch that fuck fest outside the Pendry Hotel, get ready for the Pam and Tommy show on Hulu.
Hell yeah.
And then what if I just start crying?
I'll be like, I'm going to be at the DC Improv September 30th.
Oh, great. Are you really?
I am,
love
yeah,
that,
September 30th. And then I'm going back home to Buffalo for Helium. The tickets might not be on sale yet, but they're going to be very shortly. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 shows. Buffalo Helium Comedy Club. Back for the first time in 3 years, I think. So
I'll send my my Goo Goo Doll buddies over to see you.
hell yeah, dude. I know Robbie. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know Johnny.
I'll get Johnny to come
Get
out.
Johnny
See.
to come.
He's a great dude.
Love Johnny.
What a set of pipes.
Oh my
It makes
God.
me when you hear guys that still take care of their vocals like that. It makes me appreciate them as an artist, but also makes me really go, God, I fucking like. I mean, the amount of weed and tequila I've had, I could never sing to that level. And
But that's
maintain
why
it.
I love like broadcasters and broadcasting, because weed and tequila make you have a better voice as you go along.
Yes.
Like there's this guy back in Buffalo. His name is Slick Tom, and his voice is like, he's like, it's Slick Tom. Like it's so gravelly.
He's a commentator?
He's just a radio DJ.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like, that was Creedence Clearwater Revival. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing a terrible impression. I can't possibly make my voice do what he does. But it's so, and it's just like, he didn't always sound like that.
Of course not.
But it got to that point, and now he's like got this legend voice. And I'm like, yeah, that's the more you beat the shit out of your voice, the better it seems to get for you.
Well, strip club DJs as well.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
guys. Do you ever know? I mean, Josh Adam.
I used to do it once in a while.
No way.
Guest DJing.
You guess?
Yeah, because I was on the radio, so they would have me come do like, and I was like 19 or something, so I wasn't even allowed to drink or anything, and I'd be like, well, that was Candy, you know, I don't know their fucking names, like that was Tabitha or whatever, and
yeah, everyone was like, boo! Yeah, get a hotter name.
But yeah, I mean, it was fucking stupid, and I remember hating it. I hated it. I hated doing it.
Why?
Because it just didn't, like, it was like I felt like I was a little kid. I was like infantized there or something, because I was so young, and they were treating the women were like treating me like, they were like, oh, look at you, like little guy or whatever, and I was like,
I'm a man.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah. You're just jealous that you don't get to experience what I got.
You don't know. Fuck you. No.
Fuck you, Cinnamon. It's Stacy.
Oh shit. Well, dude, thank you again.
This was a blast.
Yeah, I could talk
Thanks,
to you.
Josh. I know, man. Thank you so much, bud.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Everybody has to have an alter ego. Right? Thinking about what my alter ego would be. I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. You know what I mean? What?
Where's your motivation, hustle?
Mr. Unlimited.